Welcome back to Kicking Ass Tanner Stone. Today we got Tommy Clancy on the podcast. Welcome back, Tom.
Appreciate it.
From Michael from Micah, Motivational Mike. We'll tag his TikTok right on the top. What is it, Michael?
Motivational.Mike_.
Oh yeah, motivational.Mike_. Then we got co-host Lucas Montana.
Yo, 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 yo.
Be here. And recently I just started remembering about New Year's. We were all together, and I remember we went around and we gave a little speech of everything that we wanted to, talk about before the year ended. And one of the things was, I think Lucas or Luke said it, that we should start this year. We feel like we're going to start separating a little bit and kind of focusing on ourselves, because if we want to achieve success, we kind of have to branch out a little bit and do our own thing. Do you guys believe that to get to that level of success that you want to get to personally, you have to branch out and be by yourself a little bit?
Yes, 100% agree to that.
How so?
I wouldn't say branch out. I would say you'd have to have like a periodization of just like ghost mode. Because I know interacting with your friends and all that, it's so much like, all right, it's fun being with your friends and interacting with them, going out every weekend here and there, spending money left and right. You kind of get like driven away from like what you really have to do because you're just with your friends. Like when you come down, right, we're probably all going to hang out the whole entire weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, like let's say like when we were in summer, right? You were down here, we were always all hanging out, this and that. And you can't really like focus on your kind of goal that you want to do. Not saying that like your friends are not going to like push you, motivate you, or deteriorate you from your goal. But I'm saying it's like kind of like a factor. Because instead of like going out that night, you could be doing something else that's better and beneficial towards you and this thing you're working towards.
Does anybody else have anything else to say before I give my opinion?
I would say that for your goals, you have to be selfish with them, because my goals are different than anyone else's goals in here. And I only know what I have to do. And I feel like the more selfish you are with your goals, the faster you will accomplish them. And
what do you mean by selfish with your goals? What does that mean?
It means pretty much like what Luke is saying, and like what Alex Hormozy said. It's like the lonely chapter in your life, just kind of not, I guess, being there for as many people in your life as much as possible, and kind of like keeping the time to yourself to really build on what you have to accomplish and get done.
Yeah, I agree with that, because the more people, like Michael said, the more people you make friends with, the more people you have to care about, the more they invite you to go places, and the more it slowly starts taking you away from where you want to be. Because look, You're coming down this weekend. What are we going to do? We're going to eat like crazy. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, go out. All that stuff.
And you're already at where you want to be for your goal body, but the other people around you aren't.
I'm not going to be after this weekend.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but you already reached like,
oh yeah,
And then compare to like, let's say me, Luke. I don't know. Michael and Tom are broken up. Like me, Luke, Sean. Maybe I don't know. I can't speak for Sean or Luke, but I'll just speak for myself. It's like I'm not there yet where I want to be, but I'm still gonna eat like crazy.
I see what you guys are talking about, but the lonely thing, you have to focus on yourself kind of to really reach your goals. But during my challenge, that 30-day challenge, I kind of realized that I kind of have to lean on some people for motivation and to push me like I push myself. For that challenge, my success was to look better, feel better, and be better at the end of that challenge. And Lucas, I give him so much props. He dieted with me for a little bit. He worked out with me almost every single day through that challenge whenever we could. And being there with me helped me reach success for that time period. But the reason why I'm separating this from what you guys were saying is we were chasing the same goal. We both wanted to look, be, and feel better at the end of the challenge. So I'd say that you could lean on some people and not have the loneliest road if you guys are chasing the same goal.
Yeah, you can be chasing the same goal as someone else, but there's always that one person that you're chasing it with who wants it more than you. And that person that doesn't want it more than you could be deteriorating you from reaching that goal.
What do you mean? You think that one of us wanted it more and one of us were deteriorating each other?
No, I'm just saying in general.
Just in general.
I'm not like using us as an example.
You just disagreed with me.
Agree and disagree.
You disagree about?
I disagree that like everyone is different on how bad they want that goal in their life.
Or are we everyone?
No, we're just us.
Everyone.
Okay. All right.
I shouldn't speak for him. You explain it.
Whatever.
All right, I can go. I disagree because I feel a majority of the time you are going to be training alone. You're going to be dieting alone because you can't always keep other people accountable. You can only account for your own actions rather than other people's. And you can't fit other people's schedules into your own. Otherwise, like your goals will like start to like mix and it won't be your goal anymore. It'll be their goal. So that's what I'm saying. Like you have to be selfish. You kind of have to take away time, like seeing other people and just focus on yourself.
Something that you're chasing right now that you need to be alone for, Michael, right now?
I mean, just like, I guess with just school, I just focus better alone. And even, I guess, working out, I feel like I'm just in a better like headspace in my own thoughts.
For leg day.
And I don't get distracted as easily when I'm alone. So
You guys are right, but I would say being on that lonely road, it's also a big challenge because you're battling your mind during that whole time, I feel like. Because when I was at Tampa last semester, I was basically alone a lot. I didn't really have any friends. This semester I have some friends, but last semester I had nobody. I was doing my runs every day, dieting, and it was a lonely feeling. Every night I was battling my mind on just all these thoughts. And I feel like that's the hardest thing to battle against when you're on that lonely road, on that success mindset, is yourself.
right. I was there at FSU. You kind of felt trapped in a way, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I felt the same way.
Yes. Have you been on that lonely journey at all?
Can't relate.
You want to? And when are you going to do? Because you and Michael both said that to get to that success level, you kind of have to be alone and be selfish. So when are you going to drive and go on that journey?
Oh,
I think it's mainly after you graduate and before you get married. I feel like that's a lonely chapter before you have like a partner to rely on and you kind of depart from your friends.
It's a canon event or what?
I think that, in my opinion, that's when it happens. So, because for now we still have each other, we don't have to travel for work. But I feel like once we graduate and move on, that's when the lonely chapter begins.
Michael, you said that your next chapter after college is the lonely chapter. Well, what chapter are you in right now?
Pre-lonely chapter. I'll call it that. Just pre-lonely chapter. I'll call it the discovery phase. That's what I'll call it. I like it. I like that too. Kind of just like figuring out like what I want to do for, I don't know, the rest of my life or at least the long term right now. That's what I'll call it.
But Lucas, when we were at New Year's, you're the one who brought this up. Why did you bring this up this upcoming year? What made you think of this selfish success mindset?
I feel like it was necessary to bring up. I mean, we all have our own goals that we want to work towards, right? And I just think for us to reach those goals, or I believe for us to reach those goals, I'm not saying like we completely ignore each other. What I'm saying is like we just have to do our own thing. And then, we can all talk. We always talk, bro. We have group chats.
We all have our own success rate, I feel like, like we all have our own success rate. Like we're all willing to go be successful one day, but it's all a matter of like when we want it. And like if we have to like for example, like Luke, he wants to start the shoe business thing again. So he's willing to be like, all right, I can't hang out tonight, maybe tomorrow night. So we all are trying to start somewhere. And it all depends what you're willing to do. I mean, if I need help with something, I'll ask one of you guys, like, how do you guys think I can make this better? But I think for success wise, we all gotta help we gotta like do what's best for us, but we can have each other to like ask for advice or help how to kind of get there and help push us a little bit.
You guys all prioritize yourself more than others right now?
Yes.
Yes.
Tommy?
I feel like I'm like in the middle of it.
Middle of what?
I could do better on, I guess, focusing more on myself.
Is there a way that you're not? Why aren't you focusing on yourself right now? Like what's stopping you from doing that, prioritizing yourself from others?
A little bit of distractions. Like I mean, the future is like a big wake up call, and it's more of I always put other people into my future, and I gotta know that whether they're there or they're not there, I gotta always be able to focus on myself before anything.
The reason I asked you guys that is because when you get older, when we start having when we all start having families, well, when you guys start having families, I'm gonna
Nah, come on, man. You gonna be a bachelor?
I don't want to have kids, man. You start to prioritize your kids, your significant other more than you prioritize yourself. So during this time period, I feel like we really have to prioritize ourselves more than others, but it's kind of hard because there's certain times where you want to put others first, but you know that you really need the love and support from yourself. So do you guys have times where you kind of put yourself second? And when's it appropriate to put yourself second?
So when it comes to family, when it comes to important events, like Tommy's birthday coming up, fuck, I'm dropping everything for that guy's
Appreciate
birthday.
it.
Yeah.
You paying for my dinner, right? Okay.
Are you gonna be at the dinner?
His birthday's Sunday.
Everyone comment happy birthday.
Yeah, you just like, and if someone wants to, like, if someone's like, yo, can you help me out? Like, depending on how important that person is to me, like, you guys, 100%, I'll be there no matter what. That's when you drop stuff. When your friends are the people that are truly important to you are in a moment of despair or just need help with something. So when I'll drop it, I'll be like, all right, what's up? I'm there.
I mean, that's like, I see you guys as like all brothers to me. So like, you guys ever need anything, like I was always like, I'll be there for you guys.
Just big on that.
But like, you guys ever need anything, like when Lucas went through something, I'm like, all right, I'll be there. I told him, I remember telling, I was like in one of my relationships, I was like, I was like, I can't make it tonight. I'm gonna be there. My friend was always there before you. I gotta be there for him. He's gonna be there, and I know that whether or not we don't go the same way, I know he's gonna be there. I don't know, bro. I see Lucas in the background, like,
What are you talking about, Tom?
I mean,
Yeah.
all right. Anyways,
He's cooking, bro. He's cooking. Let him cook.
I mean, I want to like to say when Lucas broke up with his girlfriend, bro. But when Lucas went through a hard time after his relationship, I remember I was still in one, but like I told the girl I was with at the time, I'm like, I can't be with you tonight. I gotta make it for my best friend. I'm not, because he was there when I needed him to help me through our relationship and everything. And we all just come around and support each other, and we all do like everything to make each other. Yeah, we all like have our moment together. We all make each other feel welcomed and happy again, and eventually like it gives us a sense of relief that like there is good people, that there's people around us who do care about us and willing to be there for when we need it.
All right, since Lucas was listening to all that, what are you gonna respond?
Respond.
He was cooking. Lock in.
What's your interpretation of that, Lucas?
Hey,
How is he right?
did you guys not listen to what I said?
We were trying to listen to what Tommy said, and you were too. So what Tommy say?
Be there when he's gonna be there when someone needs him to be there. That's important to him.
No, yeah, I totally agree with everything. But like Tanner said, I think it's good to have a balance of prioritizing yourself and prioritizing other people. In times of need and in times of emergency, it's really important to be there for those that you care about and those that mean a lot to you in life. But I feel like when it gets to a point where you're spreading yourself too thin, that's when you have to kind of draw back and start prioritizing yourself more.
What does spreading it too thin mean?
like I guess when the time kind of decreases too much from your schedule and you start prioritizing other people too much instead of yourself, and your goals start to become their goals.
I also want to say it's good to have a social life out there, but it's even better if you learn to have like to learn yourself and have an isolated life.
It's good to have a social life, but it's also better to, what do you say?
Isolated life.
You just said two totally different things and said how they're both good.
Seeing the connection here?
No, you said isolated and then social.
So you're saying just a balance? Just a balance, right?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm saying, like, you need that period of isolation, right? So you can really truly figure out who you are, what you want to do, and how you're going to get there, right? And once you finish that period and you reach where you're at, you know, the social life's still there. I mean, look, I mean, yeah, but you need balance. Balance is important.
Something I believe, going off your topic of going down the isolated road and focusing on yourself, is things happen out of nowhere. Like when you literally least expect them. It's crazy. I've been focusing on myself so much recently. And like I've been telling you guys, I met someone that I'm starting to text a little bit. It's getting pretty cool. It's nice. And I'm going to hang out with them soon. And it's nice when you focus on yourself, things just pop out of nowhere. And it's so beautiful that life, everything happens for a reason. And Tommy, especially you right now, just focus on yourself, bro. I swear to God, like if you focus on yourself, lock in. I know Lucas says he hates lock in, but I'm saying lock in, tunnel vision. Things will come to you. Things will be great.
I mean, what Tanner said is completely right. You know, I believe when you don't chase the things you want, you sort of attract it in a way. Because his situation, when he said he wasn't looking for anyone to talk to or really like try to get, and he was just focusing on like his modeling career, which is something he really wants to do. An opportunity popped up, which happens. It's weird how that works. I don't know. I don't even know how that works. You know, the world. I don't know, but I think that's happened to me before as well. Like I'm just focused on my own things, and then out of nowhere, something pops up. You're like, bro, what the heck? That's awesome. That's amazing. Like, how did that even happen?
I really believe in the law of attraction hard. I believe that whatever you put out into the world, you attract, and whatever you look for will come to you. It's almost as manifestation. Like it's almost like that. Like I always talk about a lot. And I really believe in it. I believe that.
What is the law of attraction?
Law of attraction is basically whatever you put out into the world, you'll attract, and whatever you manifest to happen will happen. It's kind of like I want to attract, I want my modeling career to flourish. I think that's the word, and do well. So I am trying to put out into the world a bunch of modeling things. I'm working really hard towards that. It's all I think about. So I'm going to attract it because that's all I'm looking for. It's basically whatever you look for, you'll attract. Like, have you ever had that experience where you're in college or you're in high school and you think of a person, you just look up someone like a person that's in your class on Instagram or something, and you've never really seen them before, and then you start seeing them around.
Yeah, that's true. I remember I bought yellow Crocs, right? And I started wearing yellow Crocs. And I saw a whole bunch of kids wear yellow Crocs. But that was pretty funny. Yeah. Isn't that crazy how that works? Just by you saying, I want this and that, it just starts coming to you. Like, it's weird. Like, I keep on saying I want a woman, but it's never just appeared in my front doorstep yet.
True, man. Make it the law of attraction. We talked about many topics this podcast. Hopefully you guys recall some of them. So what's the biggest take you got from the podcast, Tom?
I'd say focus on myself and never give up and just keep it going and stay focused?
Well, I would say with the law of attraction, another way of saying it is energy flows where attention goes. It's a good statement that I like.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, it's kind of tough. Yeah,
Write it down, Mikey.
that energy flows where attention goes. So I think that's definitely a good statement to remember. And another thing, I would say before you give up on something, just take a good long look in the mirror and how far that you've come, and give 100% of your effort into it, and have a backup plan before you quit something.
We never talked about giving up this podcast.
Yeah, we did. You weren't paying
That was the
attention.
last one. Remember, we got rid of
This is a new podcast.
Lucas, what about you?
You could say whatever we went on this podcast, you can take away whatever you want or what you just heard from us, but it's truly only up to you. You could listen to us, not listen to us, tune us out, tune us in. It is truly up to you for what you want to achieve in your life. No one else. Use a law of attraction. Don't use it. Believe in us. Don't believe in us. Call us stupid. Don't call us stupid. It is truly up to you, the viewer.
And subscribe if you like it.
See you guys.
But I totally agree with that, though, because Lucas, going off you, it's really up to someone if they want to change, if they want to grow. It's not up to anybody else. Like we talked about prioritizing yourself. That's really what it is. It's really putting yourself first and believing that you're doing the right thing for yourself. And also the law of attraction, whatever you look for, you will attract, you will find, you will flourish in that aspect of your life. And last thing, focus on yourself. We say it every single podcast. If you need to be isolated for a bit, be isolated, because the road to success is a really lonely road. You guys hear it a lot. Lonely. Yeah, it's really lonely. You got to go through a lot of stuff by yourself. There's going to be a lot of times where you're stuck in your own head. Bro, you're breathing so fucking loud.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. There's going to be a lot of times where you're stuck in your own head, but throughout those experiences, it'll shape you who you are. So thank you guys for talking. It's great talking to you guys. Peace.